NBPA Voice. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Woo. You know what's really awesome about lives is that you never know what flavor of Ashley you're going to get. It's always a surprise. You never know. Yay. Hello. Who's here? Starkid's here. Hello. BTM is here. Bridget's here. Hello. Val. Val has not seen Killer Track. Awesome. Koa Alarm is here. Killer Track is a killer. To coin a phrase. Turn Up is here to turn up. Hello. Damwan. Hello. Hey. Hi. Asler. Jarv Safex. Hello. Hi, Audi. Yay, Alyssa, I'm glad you made it to a live today. So Leia's here. Ashton's here. Hello. Woohoo. You know what's so funny is every time y'all type something like Starkid just did. Hi, Antonia. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Compliments are always welcome. Whoa, y'all, Fly is here. Everyone's here. I'm so excited. Especially Jacob is here. Been improving the church live stream setup, starting to incorporate Stream Deck now. I might have to learn from you, Jacob. Yeah, every time I see something like woo, or I hear it, although Starkid's playing with me now. I definitely tried hard. But anyway, yay. Oh, Starkid, I hope you're having a good week of school. It's that time, back to school. If y'all are going back to school, or y'all, even if you're a parent, no matter what age you are, I'm sure it's just the season. Schedules change, routines change. In fact, times like this, like, make me feel like I'm shaky. Well, mostly because I haven't eaten. I have lunch heating up, y'all. Okay, you'll have to pardon that. But anyway, Mala's here. Hello. Hi. I'm so glad y'all are here. We're actually going to get started pretty quick today because these do tend to last 3 hours, and I've got a kid to pick up from school now. So, but anyway, if you're feeling unsecure or ungrounded like I am today, I know you're not alone. It's a really schedule changes and routine changes or hot messes make us feel like hot messes, and but no, it's normal and you are not alone. Only just 4 more hours until you're done with school. Just 4 more. You got this. You got this. Strong emoji. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. Are y'all ready? Although I kind of I can't see from that far away. Let's all just take a nice sigh of breath. Look, what is on me? Let's just take a nice sigh. Hi, Rowan. Hi, KT. Y'all made it. Can't wait to have one last good Wednesday before class next week. Wish I wasn't sick. Oh, somebody asked me about the sickness. We're better. We just have the residual coughs and we're in recovery mode, not contagious anymore. But anyway, if y'all are sick too, I feel you. Oh, enjoy your 2 weeks of vacation, Asler. Okay, guys, let's do this. Oh, after I take a breath of relief. See, this is why my ADHD never allows me to have a sigh of relief. So, or just a sigh, let in all the good, release the bad. Welcome to NBPA's yoga session. It's just what you needed today. How am I illness-wise? I think I'm okay. I think I'm just a hot mess today. A D&D session, Fly. I'm so jealous. I always play, anybody else play D&D? See, y'all are distracting me. But I love D&D. I love it. It's so fun. It's just improv. If y'all don't think y'all should be actors, or think you would be any good at it, but you really like playing D&D, you would actually be really great at improvisation acting. Anyway, okay. I'm feeling better. Are you feeling better? Are y'all feeling good? We're ready. Even if you're sick, I know what it's like to binge watch stuff when sick. So if you're sick and haven't binge watched all my stuff, go for it. Let me know what you think. I will read every single comment. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Share screen. I shall sing everything today. Here we go. Clickety click 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 click. Oh, where's the face? Here I am. Hi, Andrew. I didn't love D&D when I played, but it was probably the people I was with. Oh, who you're with can make or break. You have to go for it. Oh yeah, brace for Jamie Lynn, Betty, multiverse. Okay, bracing myself. Antonia, studying for exam at university, knowing this stream is waiting for me in the evening kept me motivated all day. That's so nice. Switched from 5E to Pathfinder 2E. Enjoying it so far. Fun. Yeah, people make all the difference. Okay. Y'all ready to jam out? I want to see the best dance emojis to the nightmare time. Ready for the beat to drop? Here it goes.
Cause your life isn't waning blue.
It's a matter of time, a matter of time.
Don't need to look far to find it. Every story you tell, we're in pursuit.
It's all in your mind, it's all in your mind.
Look behind you. Hey, what was that? Boo.
You can run, but are you fast enough? You can hide, but I will find you.
Close your eyes if you don't doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you.
The trail of tears that you will leave me will lead me straight to those that fear me.
You can run if I don't catch you, but nightmare time is gonna get you.
Oh, that was so nice from Dylan. Dylan makes me so happy, y'all. We needed this today. I hope you needed it too. Look it out. Let loose.
Take every precaution, babe. Get out the caution tape, cause the timer is ticking down.
Do you even understand
The danger that you are in, you're standing on shaky ground.
a victimless crime, a victimless crime. I'm in your head and you know nothing that you do about it. It's all by design, all by design.
Right behind you.
The hell did you stop the song for? I'm in a hurry.
You can hide, but I will find you. Close your eyes if you don't doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you. The trail of tears that you will leave me will lead me straight to those who fear me. You can run if I don't catch you, but nightmare time is gonna get you. Just run away if you want, if you dare. The nightmare's gonna get you.
Just run away if you want, if you dare.
The nightmare's gonna get you.
Just run away if you want. If you want.
Daddy's gonna get you.
You can run if I don't catch you, but the nightmare time already caught you.
I just need a moment to just let that theme song sink in. Yes, Bryce's intro every time. Yeah, y'all just run away if you dare from this live. I dare you. Run away and then come back because I'll miss you. Yes, Vampire Bryce always. Yes. Because the nightmare time is gonna get you. I'm actually in a very sing-songy mood today. I was belting it out about 30 minutes prior to this live. Okay, here we go. Should I be warned about anything? What should I be worried about? You made it, Naomi. KT, where are you running away? Don't leave me. Wait, it's happening now. I'll have to watch this full stream in the morning. Aw, Matea, night-night. Ooh, Kinder chocolate ready. Maybe I should get some chocolate. Ooh, is there a fun daddy song? Oh, Laird, I don't know. You really enjoy this kind of stuff. Oh, this is the most wholesome? Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, let's go. It's Sherman. Okay, Sherman. I just had to prepare myself for Sherman. Hold on.
What a crime it is for time to pass when I'm with you. We could give in to nature's will, but there's still fire in you. Can you stand the test of time?
I just had to pause for a laugh. Okay.
'Cause I'm young at heart, a youthful soul, a teenage boy at my very core. Just take my hand, we'll fight the winds of change. I'm young at heart, a tortured soul. I carry the years, but my heart still grows. It's beating for you as time ticks away. But I'm young at heart today.
I don't know if this red wine pairs nicely with McDonald's chicken nuggets and French fries, and or if it's fancy, but Sherman's got to do Sherman. So if this is I will say I'm not a huge fan of Sherman, but I appreciate the character. Warning, they say daddy a lot. Thanks, Jar of Savix. It said Hail Satan. I did not. I denounce that. I don't accept it. When I was talking about Star Kid utilizing uncomfortableness that can be humorous as part of their horror storytelling, this is fine dining at its finest. Oh my gosh. After this song, I need to go get my fine dining out of the microwave.
I have lost, the years have cost, but we're still.
Also, I'm so laughing so hardcore at what I'm watching that I'm not missing Jeff Blend's overtone voice, just so you know. I would never miss that.
Still breathing air. My voice still rings. Your eyes still blink. You still lay down.
Yes, I like that thought, Laird. If I watch this as Jamie Lynn and not accepting as the character, Jamie Lynn is just being silly and playing a character, this Sherman character, it takes on a whole different perspective. So maybe that's how we'll look at it today. Thanks, guys.
Down your head. Can we stand the test of time? 'Cause we're still the same inside. I'm young at
bow tie in the bath. I can't.
A youthful soul, a teenage boy at my very core. Just take my hand, we'll never ever change. I'm young at heart, a tortured soul. I carried her years, but my heart still goes. It's beating for you as the memories they fade. But I'm young at heart, so young at heart today.
I'll keep your steps here.
Inside.
Oh no. Oh no. Did you see all the Lord dolls?
Excuse me, Alexandra.
Okay. Pausing for a second to go get my food. I can't wait to hear what y'all think. This is no chicken nuggets with red wine and french fries, but it's the next best thing. Fooled you once. I missed the stuffies on the first watch through. Oh my gosh. Man in a hurry. I wonder how much he misses. Alexandra as my wife. Lex. As in my wife, Lex. Okay.
Lex Foster looks up to
Excuse me, Alexandra.
Lex Foster looks up to find her boss, Frank Pricely, glaring down at her.
What?
Could you at least pretend to be working?
I'm at the checkout counter, Frank. Who do you want me to check out?
She motions to the pitifully empty toy store.
Well, maybe there's a reason no one's coming in. They look through the window.
I was muted. I am no longer muted. Yeah. No V word in this episode, and I'll be okay. And we'll all be fine, and I won't have to warn people to mute themselves. Oh, I just had a realization that would be a spoiler, but keep it to yourself. You have learned. Yay, Lex. I'm super excited to see Lex after Black Friday again, although I miss, that means that we're probably not going to get any Grace Chastity in this, so that's kind of sad. I would love to see a conversation between Lex and Grace Chastity, though. Anybody else rooting for that? I wish we could have that. What was it? I forgot what I was going to say. Let's just keep watching.
And what do they see? You, sour-faced, bored out of your mind, doing the crossword or whatever this is.
He grabs the sheet of paper Lex is.
I was going to say, excuse me, that I can hear. I was going to note the "Our Doors Are Open" music underneath all of this.
Been scribbling away at. His heart sinks when he sees it.
A job application? Lex, I knew you'd leave me one day, but for Best Buy? Best Buy?
Okay, I'm not leaving. I need a second job because someone keeps cutting my hours.
If you get a second job, how are you supposed to come in here and give 110%?
Sorry, I feel like this is a important stopping point to talk about. I really would love to see Lex versus Grace. I think that the first initial meet would be like, oh my gosh, I hate you, shut up. And Grace would be like, oh, how rude, don't say that. But I think I would love to see something catastrophic happen that would push these two together, and they would have to work through it and fight through it to where they end up becoming like this weird friendship blossoms between them, because Lex has a soft side. You see it with Hannah. So it would be I think that would be funny. Any fan writers? Let's do that.
When you're not in Toy Zone, you should be thinking about it, dreaming about it. If the two of us work together, we can turn this place around, or we could throw it all away. You had a future here, Alexandra.
I don't think so, Frank. I don't even think you have a future here. And it doesn't have anything to do with me or you. It's just, why would anyone come all the way to the mall when they could just order the same shit off of Amazon?
We don't speak that word. Don't even think about it. I can see you're thinking it. You know what? Just go. Take the rest of the day off.
Seriously, you're cutting my hours?
I'll pay you for your time. I just don't want to see you right now.
All right.
Lex throws her stuff in her bag and heads for the door.
Hey, you want me to pick you up an application for Best Buy? With all your retail experience, you might even make manager.
Out. I want you out.
That night, Frank closes up shop, alone. His footsteps echo through the deserted halls of Lakeside Mall. Store windows.
I'm so sorry. What I said was, I think Audi, I think that Steph and Lex are too similar. I don't think that they would get along.
Bear signs reading closed or out of business or liquidation sale. Everything must go. He remembers a time when Lakeside was the beating heart of Hatchetfield. Now it looks more like a graveyard. Frank furrows his brow.
Fucking Amazon.
At home, he lugs his groceries into his rundown condominium. He heads for the kitchen, trying to ignore the stacks of bills and the envelope labeled "Warning, Final Notice." He removes a large dog bone from one of his shopping bags, smiles, and slaps his leg.
Hey, buddy. Daddy's home. I tell you, buddy, the day I had.
Is Corey Doris daddy?
But the dog doesn't come, like it's done every day for the past 9 years.
Buddy, come and get your bone, you lucky boy.
Frank checks the living room, where he finds Buddy lying motionless on the floor.
No, guys. Guys, this is something to spoil and warn Ashley about. No. Guys, have y'all not heard that cliche when you're acting? If you were trying to make yourself cry in an acting moment, you just think of a dead dog. Buddy. Where's my dog? Falcor. Falcor. I love you, buddy. I love you.
Buddy?
2 days later, at the Hatchetfield Animal Hospital, a veterinary technician hands Frank a can filled with ashes.
He lived a very long and happy life. How old was he, Frank?
I don't know exactly. He was a rescue. He was my best friend, my best buddy.
Later, Frank walks absent-mindedly toward downtown, letting his feet take him where they will. Before long, he finds himself outside his favorite throwback diner, Miss Retro's. The little restaurant is lined floor to ceiling with memorabilia from the 80s, movie posters, records, and Frank's personal favorite, a huge glass cabinet of vintage toys. He admires a miniature lime green fortress with childlike wonder.
An original Castle Grayskull, released in 1982. It set the standard for all future play sets. No missing pieces. It's even got the battle cannon. Very impressive.
The owner of Miss Retro steps out from behind the counter, smiling and wiping her hands on her apron.
Wow, you sure know your toys.
That I do, Miss Holloway.
Hey, Frank. What'll it be? The usual?
No, I'm fine. I was just in the neighborhood, and I really don't know why I came in.
Is everything okay, Frank?
Silverware clinks. Miss Holloway sits across from Frank as he finishes a slice of cherry pie. On the TV in the corner, an old toy commercial from the 80s shows kids playing with plastic, armor-clad dinosaurs. Frank smiles and motions to the screen.
Those were the good old days. The golden age of toys. I had them all. The garbage men, the cowboys, lobsters for hire. My mom...
Honestly, out of all of the characters so far, the one that I've wanted to be the most actually was Miss Holloway. Maybe it's a redhead thing. But also I love the idea of having these witches and these powers.
My dad gave me an earful. Frankie, you're wasting your money. They had all these plans for me, and all I wanted to do was work in a toy store. Guess I disappointed them. They were hard people.
But they loved you.
Well, I know that now. But when they died, I was more interested in proving them wrong. They left me some money, so I bought Toy Zone. On July 1st, 1996, when the doors opened, it was my store. Happiest day of my life. And it all went downhill from there.
I heard Lakeside was in trouble. Is it really that bad? No one's coming in?
Oh, someone is.
The next morning, Frank slides
We all know who that someone is.
open Toy Zone's security gate to find
Good morning, Mr. Priestley.
Sherman Young, his last loyal customer.
Come on in, Sherman.
The man rushes in, throwing up his arms.
At last, the pearly gates have opened. Huzzah! So,
Sorry, that's my biggest pet peeve. That's why I keep muting myself while I'm eating. I can't stand the sound. Like, I annoy myself sometimes, like the sound of someone eating. So I'm a terrible lunch date. No, I'm just kidding. As long as some really loud music. Yeah. Hi, Sherman. It is weird that the Wiggly theme song, I mean, we're in a toy store, so maybe that's why. Did he will wiggly wiggle, wiggle. But it's interesting that that's kind of, if we're hearing that because of Sherman and that's Sherman's undertone, that's interesting.
what do you got for me today, Frank?
From behind the counter, Frank takes out a cardboard box.
They came in this morning. You're lucky, Sherman. You beat the rush. I expect these little guys to fly off the shelves.
Don't tease me, Frank. Let me see them.
Straight from the gumdrop forest, swooping down from the sweet top tree, it's the Sugar Gliders. Wave 4, baby.
From the box, Frank whips out a collection of adorable, brightly colored figures.
Shuggies!
Frank presents each of the toys with a showman's flourish.
We got the heroic Rainbow Heart, the playful Skip Doodle, and that grumpy old curmudgeon, Soggy Tail.
Yeah. That's the good stuff. Oh, it is so hard to pick. People talk about the big decisions in life, and this is one of them. See, Rainbow Heart is a must-have, but I have a soft spot for Soggy Tail. Sherman!
In the entryway, a ravishing woman in a sleek, form-fitting dress flips.
Me trying to figure out who this is. This is Jamie Lynn, and I'm guessing it's his mother. Just a guess.
Her hair and lowers her sunglasses.
I'm waiting. Well, then wait.
The woman rolls her eyes and saunters off.
Sorry. She's with me.
Sherman, you dog. That's your girlfriend.
No, Mr. Priestley. That is my mother.
Really?
Gobsmacked, Frank stares out at the woman, who sits on a bench reapplying her lipstick in a compact mirror.
That woman?
No. Okay, so Corey, I just see him as Corey Doris here. I haven't. So his name is Frank Presley, right? So Frank Presley is gonna become Sherman's new daddy because he likes the mother, Mommy Sherman. So he's gonna become Daddy Sherman. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Out there? Stepmother?
No. 14 hours of hard labor she's always reminding me.
Wow. She looks good.
Yeah, she's a MILF.
You shouldn't say that about your own mom. I could say it.
Mr. Presley, are you attracted to my mother?
I'm just saying she looks good for her age. I don't know what age that is, but...
Just imagine if you two ended up together. You know what that would make you, Mr. Presley.
So I love that you mentioned that, David, that the lighting. So we saw this again on our, not villain, but kind of villain, like our painted villain who ended up just being a victim of the Jerry's in abstinence camp. But we have been seeing a lot of this lighting play. And I think it's got to be purposeful. So blue seems pure to me, almost like good, and the red seems evil, right? So it's interesting that we're getting red on Sherman, but blue and red on Corey. So if we were to play with this idea that lighting matters, because I think Star Kid would do something like that. Hi, Tia. I think... Sorry, I was laughing at Jar Sapphics. Okay, hi, Paul. But it's interesting, like, are they doing this on purpose? And if so, what does it mean? And does it mean, like, are they a villain? Or does Corey Doris, is he making a choice right now that can change his pathway? Like, I feel like if he goes for Sherman's mom, like, was Sherman's mom colored? No, I mean, but look, also in her sunglasses, you can see the blue light and the red light. So we're getting both from her too. Maybe it's just a new thing. Let's do red and blue lights on both because it looks cool. So maybe it's not.
No. 14 hours of hard labor she's always reminding me.
Good.
Yeah, she's a MILF.
I could say it.
Are you attracted?
I don't know what age that is, but...
Just imagine if you two ended up together. You know what that would make you, Mr. Presley.
You know what that would make you, Mr. Presley? My daddy.
That would make you my daddy.
She said that way more gross and venomous than I did. My daddy. I don't know. I would be interested to I've never played a villain before. I'd be interested to see myself play a villain and what that would look like. I don't think I would be good at it.
Be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's all alone in the world. I don't know why. She's loaded.
Loaded?
Yeah. How do you think I afford all these toys? We're working on curbing my spending habits, but just look at these shuggies, huh?
Frank Presley smiles, putting on that salesman charm.
You're right.
Does the daddy count start now? Because this would be 2 of the episode. The first one from Sherman, but Corey Doris, Frank Presley called himself Daddy with the scene that shall not be talked about, the sad one that we're all repressing from our memories and we've already forgotten because we don't want to think about it. I'm sorry I made you think about it right now. But he did already say Daddy then. So would this be 2 or 1? Start the daddy count now, though. Thank goodness this isn't a drinking game and it's in the middle of the day for me. But if it's at night, maybe you should, have a drinking game. Don't get too wasted.
Right. They're all vital to any self-respecting collector. I mean, you can't break up the Sugar Gliders. They're a team. No, a family. From atop the sweet top, the Sugies go gliding. Riding the rainbow, adventure awaits.
Their hearts are glowing, the Sugies are showing the magic of family, 'cause love conquers hate.
Sugies are gliding, they're soaring above.
I'm so sorry. I missed how they even got into this. Why are we excited about it?
From atop the... Can't break up the Sugar Gliders. They're a team. Respecting collector. I mean, you can't break up the Sugar Gliders. They're a team.
Okay, we're talking about toys now.
No, a family. From atop the sweet top, the Sugies go gliding. Riding the rainbow, adventure awaits.
Their hearts are glowing, the Sugies are showing the magic of family, 'cause love conquers hate.
Sugies are gliding, they're soaring above.
Sugies are riding on skin flaps of love. Oh, what the hell? I'll get them all.
Later, Frank scans the final item in a mound of packages.
So that's all the dolls in Wave 4. The Sugarmobile and the Sugar Copter, the Sweet Top playset, and last but not least, Count No Good and his No Good Goons. Your total comes to $397.27.
Sherman's mother stands at the register, frowning.
Sherman, what have you done?
Don't shame me.
I could never say no to that face.
Yes, best MILF ever.
She takes out her wallet while Sherman snatches up the toys and runs from the store.
Well, I sent him in with explicit instructions, 1 toy, and here I am walking away with $400 worth of flying squirrels. You're quite a salesman, Mr. Presley.
Hey, if you got the money and it makes you happy, why not?
It was something to see. You were so full of life. I've been missing that kind of passion. Here you are.
She hands him a stack of bills.
Oops, it's only $400. You gave me an extra.
Consider it a tip.
This isn't really that kind of place.
Well, then you simply must let me have you for dinner. Would Friday at 7 o'clock work?
I don't want to impose.
Please. Sherman talks about you all the time. Mr. Presley, Mr. Presley.
I would barf if one of my children called me a MILF. Or one of my students. It just makes me feel uncomfy.
I feel like you're part of the family already. My address is 13 Conifer Lane.
In Pinebrook?
Where else? Remember, 7 o'clock. Don't keep me waiting.
That Friday night, Frank's junky Ford Taurus pulls up to the towering iron gate surrounding 13 Conifer Lane. He rolls down his window and presses the intercom.
Hi, Frank.
Jar of Sapphics. That is another way to look at that.
Presley, I'm here for dinner.
The intercom crackles and the gate screeches open. Frank guides his car through the estate's winding driveway to a monolithic stone mansion.
That is a beautiful house, besides all of the windows that are... Why, if this is all the windows that are broken, maybe they're not broken and just discolored. But other than that, this is a really beautiful place.
He gapes up at it.
Loaded, huh? I'll say.
When Frank rings the bell, the double doors are opened by an impossibly tall man in a tuxedo. He's gaunt and ghost white. He glares at Frank.
I'm getting Addams Family vibes. What's his name? Lurch. I'm getting Lurch vibes, the butler. But also I'm taken aback because I know that's Jamie Lynn. This is so funny.
With large, sunken eyes.
Is Mrs. Young home?
Just as Frank backs away nervously, Sherman appears.
Marco, relax, will ya? Hello, Mr. Priestley.
Hi, Sherman.
The giant butler nods and wanders off.
Don't mind Marco. He's a big softy.
Huge softy.
He used to throw javelin
It's kind of an oxymoron there, don't you think?
for the Olympic.
Frank Priestley.
Sherman's mother descends the grand staircase in a sparkling black evening gown.
Welcome to my home.
At an ornate dining table, Frank chews a piece of mouth-watering steak.
You are some cook, Mrs. Young.
Please, Frank, call me Sheila. And I don't cook. I just eat. But I will send your compliments to Marco.
Sheila. Who is that? I feel like I've heard that name in Star Kid Hatchetfield series. Is somebody else named Sheila? Like Corey Doris's other character's wife? I'm not your seed anymore. Mom?
He takes very good care of us.
After dinner, Sherman throws open a set of large double doors.
Ta-da!
He flips the light switch to illuminate a cavernous room with rows upon rows of glass cases. Inside is the most extensive array of toys Frank Priestley has ever seen.
Wow.
Well, it's a work in progress. No collection is ever truly complete.
In awe, Frank hurries from one case to the next until he spots a shelf of...
Okay, yeah, Sylvia. What is what's his name? Bill? Is his name Bill? In the guy who didn't like musicals, like ex-wife? It's a lot of S's.
vintage toys that he himself collected when he was a boy. He gawks at one figure in particular, held aloft on a rotating pedestal.
That's a gold-plated chrome star, mint in the box. That's the holy grail of Cowboy toys.
I knew you'd appreciate it. You're the only one who does.
Oh, Sylvia is Bill's girlfriend in Nightmare Time. That's right. She's the one that I wonder what Bill's ex-wife's name is. I wonder if we ever find that out.
You know what they say, growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional.
Growing up is for poor people, Frank.
Never grow up. Never surrender.
Right. Well, this is beyond impressive.
Yeah, well, Mother says she spoils the men in her life.
Does she now?
Later, Frank looks up at a portrait of a stern, regal man. It hangs above a crackling fireplace.
The late, great Mr. Young. He died when Sherman was just a baby.
I'm sorry. Was he sick?
No. he was murdered. Nightcap? You're a good man, Frank Prisley. My son adores you. And I have to admit, I've become quite a fan myself.
Hey, you're not so bad yourself.
Y'all crack me up. Bill's ex-wife doesn't deserve a name. She moved to Clivesdale. Chemists don't get names. Kelly's so silly. Fucking chemists living in fucking Clivesdale. Thou shalt not be named.
Frank, I may not look it, but I'm too old for games. We both are. Oh, I have this big house and all this money and no one to share it with. Yes, there's Sherman, but he can't quench all of my desires. Which is why I propose a partnership.
Partnership.
To put it bluntly, Frank, I want to marry you.
Marry me? You just met me.
Sherman did say that Sheila said that she spoils all her men, and I'm just getting honeybee flashbacks. Spoil them, fatten them up like little piggies, and feed them to Tinky. Is it Tinky? I think it's another one.
I don't believe in any of that soulmates or naive foolishness. A marriage is a mutually beneficial contract between two parties. Besides, I could use a man around the house. Well, I know the mall is about to be shuttered. And where does that leave Toy Zone? Together with your business skills and my resources, we can ensure that Lakeside stays open forever. So, what do you say, Frank? Are we in business?
Wedding bells ring. Frank and Sheila run down the church steps and slide into the back of a limousine. Tin cans clatter behind the car as they drive off to the airport and their new life together as husband and wife. Weeks later, Frank Young Prisley, decked out in a $6,000 suit, strolls through the door of Miss Retro's Throwback Diner.
So the rumors are true. Frank Prisley's off the market. Gonna be a lot of broken hearts around town.
What can I say? Sheila made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
At the bar, across from Miss Holloway, Frank swallows a mouthful of pie.
Honeymoon was something else. Don't know why Sherman had to tag along. Sheila babies him. That's the problem. Well, Daddy's gonna put a stop to that. His toy collection's big enough.
Let me get this straight. We got a parent who doesn't approve of his son collecting toys. Where have I heard that before?
There's a big difference between me and him. I scraped and saved for every toy I bought. Sherman is spoiled. Rotten.
Later, Frank kicks back and
Sherman's not going to like that. Sherman's going to be so angry that he can kill Daddy.
in his chair as workers replace Toy Zone's ratty old carpet and give the walls a fresh coat of paint.
So now that you're rich, can I get a raise?
Raise? What happened to your promising career at Best Buy?
All the positions are filled.
Your dazzling resume didn't catch their eye?
Okay, forget it.
I believe people get what they deserve. So, I will give you that raise, Alexandra, when you prove to me that you deserve it.
Whatever.
She walks off. Frank smiles.
I'm a disciplined daddy.
The next day, Frank descends the grand staircase of his new home to find the whole place filled with balloons and streamers. He scratches his head.
Huh?
In the kitchen, Sherman sits at the breakfast table. Sheila sets out another bundle of balloons as Frank walks in.
Good morning, Daddy.
Hi. Sheila, what's with all the decor?
We're celebrating. It's Sherman's birthday this month. That means every day is a party just for him.
Rich people. How'd you turn in, Sherman?
41.
Big boy.
Mother, I will have a bowl of marshmallow charms for breakfast now.
Of course, baby. You can have anything you want.
Happy birthday to me.
Marshmallow charms? What kind of breakfast is that for a grown-ass man? Sherman, why don't I teach you how to make some eggs?
He grabs a frying pan from the cupboard. Sherman stares at him, baffled. Sheila takes Frank by the arm and drags him from the room.
Frank, what are you doing? Sherman does not cook. He's not allowed anywhere near the stove. A grease fire could set him ablaze and kill him. We have Marco for that sort of thing.
Don't you think it's our job as parents to prepare Sherman to survive on his own? There's gonna be a day when we're both gone.
I'm not going anywhere. Now give him the cereal.
All right.
He pours a bowl of marshmallow charms and drops it in front of Sherman.
Here, enjoy.
Is this a joke? I can't eat that.
I'm glad you agree, because that is a bowl of sugar, and you're kind of getting up there, pal.
God, Frank! What are you doing? You just gave it to him straight out of the box?
What should I have done, Sheila?
He can't eat the crunchy pieces.
You mean the cereal?
He has very weak teeth. He'll break them on these. Pick out the hard
I do not relate to this mother. I want to smack this mother.
pieces and throw them away. Usually Marco does this, but now you're going to.
Are you serious?
Yes! Unless you want to see me furious, you'll fix the damn cereal.
Frank opens his mouth, ready to lay down the law, then relents.
Okay. Your house, your rules.
After 20 minutes of rummaging through cereal, removing crunchy pieces, Frank plops a bowl in front of Sherman.
Thank you, Daddy.
Sherman begins scarfing it down. Sheila runs a hand down Frank's back, nuzzling her head against his shoulder.
I'm sorry I was harsh, Frank, but you have to understand. He's my son. I'd do anything to make him happy.
I get it. Sherman can eat all the garbage he wants, and when his...
Laird, you made me want cinnamon rolls. Hold on.
his body falls apart, you got plenty of money to fix it.
I'm so glad you understand. See? We're all getting along so beautifully.
Sherman hurls the bowl across the room.
Uh-oh, he missed one.
He collapses to the floor, writhing and screaming.
Shirley? Sweetheart? What's wrong?
I crunched something.
God, Frank! You left in one of the hard pieces? What have you done?
Hours later, Sheila and Frank stand in the waiting room of St. Damian's Hospital. The nurse on duty, Becky Barnes, flips through a chart.
Becky Barnes!
Okay, I've got good news, Mrs. Young. Sherman's teeth are just fine.
Oh, really? And how would you know? I want to talk to a doctor, not the hospital floozy.
Doctor'd tell you the same thing, ma'am. Now, we'd like to get Sherman out of here as quickly as possible because this is the pediatric wing and he's a grown-ass man.
Later, Frank and Sheila wait outside the front entrance.
Well, that nurse was an idiot. Did you see the way she talked to me? I'm never coming back here again.
Sheila, Sherman's fine.
Fine? You sound like one of those so-called doctors. A tiny, microscopic piece of his tooth could have broken off and gotten into his bloodstream and killed him.
I think you might just maybe be overreacting.
Don't you dare gaslight me, Frank. You almost killed our son. You are in big trouble, mister. Big trouble.
The doors slide open and Marco pushes out a wheelchair containing a pitiful-looking Sherman. Sheila rushes to him.
There he is, my brave boy.
This is the worst birthday ever.
Your birthday's in 3 weeks, Sherman.
They put a strap on my arm and pumped it full of air. And it squeezed me so tight and I was so scared. I wanted to get out of there so I could see my
Mommy's here.
daddy.
Sherman hops out of the chair and throws his arms around Frank. Sheila glares at her husband with white-hot jealousy. Later, the limousine pulls up the driveway to the young mansion. Sherman has fallen asleep on Frank's shoulder. A trickle of drool has leaked from Sherman's mouth and down Frank's sleeve. Sheila watches, silently stewing. Marco opens the back.
I love that Jamie knows, like, she's pretending to suck on her thumb, but she knows it's such a gross thing that she's not even actually doing it. She's like, ugh, I can't do thumb sucking either. I can't. Discipline is love, y'all, okay? Discipline is love.
Back door and picks up Sherman, careful not to wake him.
Marco, carry him inside.
They go. Sheila lights a cigarette and rounds on her husband.
I bet you just loved that.
What? Having a grown man drool all over my shirt?
He only prefers you because I'm the hard ass who made him go to the doctor. Well, I'm sick of it, Frank. I can't be the only one doling out discipline. You're not allowed to sleep with me tonight.
Fine. I'll sleep in one of the other 20 rooms.
Oh, no. No, you're not. I don't know where you're going to sleep, but it won't be under my roof. Good night.
She slams the front door and locks it behind her.
Sheila? Sheila, come on! Open up! It's getting cold out here!
Thunder booms overhead and rain begins to fall. In no time, Frank is drenched.
Great! You know what? Fine. I'll get a hotel.
Soaked and shivering, Frank trudges through the mud to the property's front gate. When he gets there, it's shut tight.
How do you open this thing?
He looks up at the gate, 12 feet of iron with some nasty-looking spikes on top. Without much of a choice, he takes hold of the bars and starts to climb. He gets halfway up when his foot slips, and he crashes back down to the ground.
God damn it!
Later, Frank sits huddled beneath a tree, trying and failing to stay dry. He coughs and shudders.
I can't feel my hands. I can't feel my hands.
Frank looks back to the mansion. He circles the perimeter, trying all the windows on the ground floor. They're locked.
Why doesn't he just go to his toy store? Does he not have his key? Why would you waste time? I mean, maybe they're far away. Oh, thought we're outside? Thought we're outside.
every one. He looks up to a
Oh, I didn't realize that he was inside the property trying to find an escape. I thought he was on the outside of it trying to go in. Okay, I know now.
balcony on the 3rd floor, Sherman's bedroom. He grabs a gutter and starts to climb. Inside, Sherman is awoken by the sound of knocking. He bolts up in bed.
Peter Pan?
Sherman rushes for the balcony doors, where he finds a dripping, worn-out Frank.
Sherman, open up.
No, it's just my daddy.
Sherman unlocks the doors and cracks them enough to peek his head out.
Oh, thank God. Let me in.
I don't know. Mother left you out there for a reason. She'd be pretty PO'd if I let you back in.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Frank plows past Sherman. He storms down the hallway, fuming. He kicks open the door to his bedroom. He heads for the closet and starts cramming clothes into a suitcase. As he does, Sheila appears in the doorway, sipping a brandy.
Excuse me? What do you think you're doing inside?
Packing.
Packing? What do you mean packing?
Frank opens a drawer and grabs his car keys. Suitcase in hand, he heads downstairs.
You think I'm gonna stay here after a stunt like that? I could have died of hypothermia.
Oh, now who's overreacting, baby?
Baby? Baby? The baby is that 40-year-old man you keep...
Sherman is 40, y'all. News alert, just so we all know now. Sherman is a grown-ass man who is 40 years old. Just let that sink in.
Dressed in footy pajamas. You've trapped him in boyhood. You wrapped him in a bubble of toys and sugar cereal. You're so out of touch. You're both so rich, it's turned you into monsters. Your money made you monsters.
My money, huh? And what are you going to do without my money? Hmm? You can kill.
Sorry, y'all. Falcor's being weird outside. He was the dead dog at the beginning scared me, y'all. And he was laying very still in the grass, and he doesn't normally do that. Okay, that's the scariest part of this whole thing. He's okay. He's okay. Oh, it's his 41st birthday month. Oh, I didn't catch that.
This Toy Zone goodbye. I'll buy Lakeside and tear it down myself.
That's where you're wrong, sweetheart. 'Cause when I divorce your ass, I'm gonna take half of all this. Toy Zone's gonna be bigger and better than ever. I'll expand. Open a Toy Zone in every city and these United States.
I like the sound of that.
Sherman watches the fight from the sidelines. Frank turns on his heels and heads for the door.
See you around, Sheila. My future ex-wife. This partnership is over.
Wait for me, Daddy. I'll get my things.
You're not.
There's if this character was actually a kid, this would be cute and precious, but the fact that this is a 41-year-old man, older than me, that he's older than me.
Not coming with me, Sherman. You're weird. And when we split up, everything in the divorce, that gold-plated chrome star, is mine!
Just as Frank puts his hand on the front doorknob, Sheila calls after him.
So, you think you can just abandon me and your son? Well, I've got news for you, Frank. No one walks out on Sheila Young!
She grabs hold of a lever on the wall and pulls it. Suddenly, the floor beneath Frank gives way as a trap door flies open.
I miss Nick's hair.
Whoa!
Frank slides down a slime-coated tunnel, ancient and stinky. He screams and flails, then falls. Whash! He lands in a flooded underground pit. He spits a mouthful of stale green water.
What?
Panicked, Frank finds himself in some sort of ancient catacombs beneath the house. He feels something scurry past his arm. Dozens of furry shapes paddle through the water.
Rats!
I hate, these are the moments when I really don't like that Nick is such a good writer. He's so descriptive. The links are too descriptive here.
Oh, God. Oh, dear God.
A voice echoes down into the subterranean hell.
Goodbye, Daddy.
The trapdoor closes, and Frank is left down there, in the dark. Sherman comes to his mother, sheepishly.
Okay. Here you go. Falcor's causing such a ruckus today.
He was a bad daddy, wasn't he, Mother?
Yes, baby. Just like all the others. Marco!
The huge, gaunt man appears from the shadows.
Frank Priceley needs to disappear. See to it, will you?
Underground, Frank finds a ledge and pulls himself out of the water. He can just barely make out the shape of a long stone hallway.
Oh no. Oh no, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Clip.
Well, Frank, it is nightmare time.
Clop. Frank hears shambling footsteps in the dark.
I just figured out while you guys were saying polo. I don't know if it was just Laird saying polo or if y'all were all doing it, but the Lurch character was Lurch in my head, and I just remembered that his name is Marco. So every time Sheila says Marco, y'all say polo.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
Suddenly, a figure rushes out, grabbing hold of him.
You have to get me out of here. I'm in a hurry.
Who are you?
My name's Barry Swift. I'm down here for...
His name is Barry Swift because he's very swift. He's always in a hurry. He's very fast.
I don't know how long. I tried to run from her, and that huge man threw a javelin right through my leg. They sewed me up, but I think it's infected. I have to get to a doctor. Quick!
Frank looks down to see the man's crudely wrapped leg and understands why he's in such a hurry. It's caked in dried blood and oozing pus. Frank does his best to calm the man.
It's all right, Barry. Why don't you lay down?
Frank leads him to a dry spot on the floor. He rips off his jacket, bundles it, and lays it beneath Barry's head.
Stay here. I'll try to find a way out.
Thank you. And please, hurry.
Frank stumbles through the tunnels. He sloshes through a foot of stinking sludge, realizing this must be some forgotten corner of Hatchetfield's sewer system. Soon, he runs face first into a heavy iron gate. A padlock hangs from the latch. Beyond it, the tunnels link up with the rest of the city's pipes. Frank can even spot light shining down from a manhole. He grabs hold of the bars and shakes them with all his might.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
He goes limp. He hangs from the bars in utter despair.
There's no way out. No way out.
2 weeks later, Sheila Young admires her reflection in a full-length mirror. She wears a yellow sequin cocktail dress. Tonight is the Hatchetfield Honey Festival, and she plans on turning some heads. She marches to the front door.
Sherman dear, I'm going out. I've grieved long and hard, but now it's time to find you a new daddy.
Oh, boy. Can we stop by Toy Zone on the way home? It's been 2 weeks and I'm jonesing.
Sherman, we've been over this. Toy Zone is closed.
Ha! I beg to differ. 4 p.m. is well within business hours.
Yes, but remember, the proprietor of Toy Zone is locked away in a dungeon?
Can't we just pay someone to let me in? I mean, what is the point of all of this money if we can't do anything cool with it?
Sherman, forget Toy Zone. You can buy the same shit online.
Online? You cannot capture the same tactile experience online.
Okay, that was an interesting backing track from Matt there. We got the sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. We got the backing track, the suspenseful music, but at the same time we got the dun, 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 like the bounciness. So that was really, that messed up my brain a little bit. That was interesting. Listen again.
Capture the same tactile experience online. You just don't understand. No one does.
He stomps off to his room and slams the door.
Sherman! Don't be a poo!
Beneath the house, Marco descends a winding staircase. At the bottom is the entrance to the dungeon. He removes a large ring of keys from his pocket and unlocks the metal door. Waiting on the other side is Frank. He's haggard, wasted away.
If we're talking about lighting, look at the purple on Marco here.
Marco drops a tray of moldy food and kicks it to Frank. The giant slams the door shut and ascends the stairway. Frank carries the meal to Barry, who lies shivering on the cold stone floor.
Here you go, Barry. Try to eat something.
I should have known. I should have listened to my friends when they told me not to marry her. That it was all happening too fast. But I was in a hurry, Frank. To settle down, start a family.
I know, Barry. Try not to talk.
I'm gonna die down here, Frank.
Don't say that! We're getting out of here somehow. Well, you don't want to miss the Honey Festival, do you? It's happening soon.
Dude, Hatchetfield really likes the Honey Festival. I can't die. I gotta get to the Honey Festival.
Or right now? Or... Oh God, how long have I been down here?
You're gonna have to go to the festival without me, Frank. Find Helen for me.
Helen?
My ex-wife. She always told me to slow down. To stop and smell the roses.
Frank's ears perk up. He hears footsteps descending the staircase.
Someone's coming. Barry, do you hear that?
You have to get out of here, Frank. You have to live. You have to live. You have to... hurry.
The dungeon door creaks open. A figure stands there. The light from his lantern stings Frank's eyes. It's Sherman.
Hello, Mr. Priceley.
Sherman? Is that you? My boy. My sweet boy.
I have a problem.
I was catching that, Tia. I was sitting there thinking the Honey Festival, so Honeybee hasn't really happened, because doesn't that happen at the Honey Festival?
Problem. And you're going to fix it, Frank.
Frank? Don't call me that. I know your mother and I are in a fight right now, but no matter what, I'm always gonna be your daddy.
Not for long. Mother's gone out to find a new one. But you know what I'm starting to think? I don't think she cares about getting me a daddy. She just wants a big old shot of vitamin D. She told me to shop online like a fucking millennial.
Online? Going to the toy store is more than buying things. It's about the weight of the packages in your hands, the smell of fresh plastic.
I know. So that is why you are going to tell me how to get into Toy Zone.
Sherman, that's impossible. I have a state-of-the-art security system. I need to scan my finger to unlock it.
Okay.
It's just your finger, though. Fingers can be undone from your body and dismembered.
Now take your finger. Which one?
What about mall security? They won't let anyone in but me. Now, if you let me out, I'll take you to Toy Zone. We can go together.
What's gonna stop you from running? You tried to leave before. And you said I was weird.
You are weird. Just like me. No one understands you like I do, Sherman. I love you. And now you can let me out and we can go to the toy store or you can let me die down here. It's your choice. The only thing you can really do to hurt me is deny me one last chance to hold my son.
He opens his arms. Sherman stares at him. After a moment, his lip quivers, and he throws himself at Frank.
Oh, Daddy!
Yeah, that's my boy, my sweet boy.
Frank holds him, patting his back gently.
And then Frank kills him, stabs him in the back with Buddy's bone.
And while he silently commends himself for being one goddamn hell of a salesman, Frank removes the key ring from Sherman's pocket.
Okay. I'll talk to my mother. I'll tell her you're the only daddy I want. Toy Zone. Oh, here I come.
Sherman races from the dungeon and scampers up the spiral stairs. Keys in hand, Frank shuffles to his fellow prisoner, shaking them.
Barry, I got him. I got the keys. We can.
Aw, Frank, man in a hurry, hurried up and died. He was in a hurry to die and he did it. I think he's dead, friend.
Unlock the gate to the sewers. We're getting out of here, Barry. Barry?
Bye, Barry.
Barry?
Barry's dead.
Frank shakes him again. No response. He checks for a pulse and doesn't find one.
Oh no. Come on, I'm not gonna let you rot down here.
Frank takes hold of Barry and lifts him onto his back.
One way or another, we're getting out of this hellhole.
Up in the house, the front doors burst open.
Sherman, I'm home, and I brought someone I'd like you to meet. I just adore him.
Who is it? A character we've met? Who's the new daddy? Tom wouldn't fall for this, and plus he's in love with Becky Barnes. Who is it? Is it the lawyer? Is it the lawyer?
And I know you will too.
The gentleman caller, Ted Spankowski, follows her inside.
Ted is not here to be a daddy. Ted is not here to be a daddy. He's here to spank off and go on. Ted is not marriage material, Mama Young.
All right. Where is the little bastard?
No, Mother. You will not bring another man into this house. You are a married woman.
Hey, works for me.
Ted does not care.
Sherman, don't be rude. Come say hello.
No! I want you to release Mr. Priceley. I'm not losing my toy store because you're feeling frisky.
Hey! Don't sass your mother or I'll kick your ass, old man.
You're really serious, aren't you, Sherman?
Well, if you don't patch things up with Frank, I'll run away again.
Sherman takes out a bindle packed with snacks. He rests it on his shoulder, standing his ground. Sheila sees his determined face, a face she never learned to say no to.
Fine.
Having no more use for her date, she removes a pistol from her purse and points it at him.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, I'm not gonna marry you, so I'll kill you instead. To marry or to die, it is your choice, but it's not your choice. Just kidding, you die. This storyline. Sheila's whack, man. The young family is just whack.
Huh? No!
Bang! She fires. The bullet tears into Ted's shoulder. She shoots 3 more rounds. One enters his stomach, one his nuts, and one his head. He falls to the marble floor, dead.
Marco, clean that up.
Hello.
He grabs hold of Ted's legs and drags him away. Sheila steps over the trail of blood and takes her son's face in her hands.
Maybe I do spoil you, but it's because you and I are the only 2 people that matter. Everyone else is livestock for us. You'll understand.
I cannot, Guardian. 'Tis a crazy game of bed, wed and behead.
You mean the gift? Are you finally going to give it to me, Mother?
Not this year, but if you're very good, maybe for your next birthday. Now let's go and have a word with your father.
Sherman and Sheila descend the staircase to the dungeon. They follow the muddy trail of footprints to the dank corner where Frank and Barry have been living for the past 2 weeks. They find some rags and an empty food tray, but the men are gone.
Frank!
Sheila shines her lantern down a nearby passageway. Nothing. Then she notices the look on her son's face. He frantically checks his pockets. Only now does Sherman realize his keys are missing.
Damn it. You let him escape?
Deep inside the maze of tunnels, Frank trudges through the muck. He carries Barry on his back, making his way to the barred door, the gate to the sewers, to freedom.
We're almost there, Barry. Hang on.
He hears a voice echo in the distance.
Marco!
The gaunt giant appears at Sheila's side, a javelin in hand.
Find him.
Marco takes off with inhuman speed. Frank turns back as the sound of monstrous footfalls splash behind him.
No!
Frank can see the gate to the sewers, not more than 50 feet ahead, but he's moving too slowly. He knows Marco will catch him. He needs to lighten his load.
I'm sorry, Barry.
Fighting tears, Frank drops Barry's corpse.
Not Barry.
It plops into the water.
But he did say, Nick said Barry's corpse. So Barry dead, because a corpse is just a dead body, right?
And sinks beneath the stinking offal. Frank bolts for the gate. He slams into it and tears the key ring from his pocket. He fumbles with the padlock, trying the first key. Marco rounds the corner, spots Frank, and wails. The giant cuts through the water. He raises the javelin. Frank tries the second key, the third, the fourth.
I'm sorry, Barry. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, Lex. Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
The padlock clanks open. Frank rips the chain and throws open the gate. Whoosh! Something flies past his head. Blood spills into his left eye. The javelin Marco threw grazed his temple. A split second later, the Colossus plows into Frank like a battering ram. He flies through the air and splashes into the sewage. Marco shambles forward, arms extended, ready to tear Frank to pieces. The tunnel shakes with Marco's approach.
It's so funny. So I do accept Jamie Lynn as Sherman and as the mother, but even more so, it's really hilarious how much I accept Jamie Lynn as Marco. It's funny to me.
Boom, boom, boom. Then, by chance, or fate, or whatever force is protecting Frank Presley, he feels a smooth wooden haft beneath the water. The javelin. Frank grabs it and thrusts it forward. The giant barrels into it, impaling himself on the end of the spear. Black blood oozes from his chest. He grits his
Black blood. Just want to note that. Not red blood, black blood.
teeth and steps closer, ignoring the javelin, driving it further into himself. He wraps his hands around Frank's neck and starts to choke. Desperate, Frank pulls the javelin from Marco's body and jams it through the giant's eye, into his brain. The behemoth goes down, falling lifeless into the sludge. Frank coughs. He wipes blood from his glasses. He heads for the ladder to the manhole above, but stops when he hears the click of a cocking pistol. Sheila Young steps out from the darkness.
Going
Fucking Sheila.
somewhere?
Sheila, please.
Look what you did to Marco!
She kicks the butler's mammoth corpse.
Oh well. I'll make another one.
Please. Don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you, Frank. Now move!
In a vast black room in the west wing of the mansion, Sheila secures Frank's restraints. He lies bound to a marble altar.
My first husband, Sherman.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm laughing at my dumb ass. I'm watching myself just to kind of like keep up with myself on YouTube on another device and did not even notice I had this stupid plant here. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, what's happening?
He lies bound to a marble altar.
My first husband, Sherman's father, was a great man. Great and powerful. He was the one who first gave me the gift, who showed me the power of the Black Book. But
the power of the Black Book.
his life was cut short by those disgusting inbred hatchetmen. They may have found it Hatchetfield, but it's the Church of the Starry Children who made it what it is.
What are you talking about?
In one night, every member of the church was chopped to bits, and the book was lost. Luckily,
I'm kind of losing some of... Okay, here we go. I'm losing some of Jamie Lynn's lines here because she's either too far away from a microphone because there's really no spot to put them. If she's wearing one, there's really not a spot to wear one. So she's probably far away from a mic. Plus, Matt's really intense with the piano right now. So let me go back just a second.
every member
What are you talking about?
of the Starry Children who may have found it Hatchetfield, but it's the Dread Hat. His life was cut short by those disgusting inbred hatchetmen. They may have found it Hatchetfield, but it's the Church of the Starry Children who made it what it is.
What are you talking about?
In one night, every every member of the church was chopped to bits, and the book was lost. Luckily, my husband had the foresight to have certain passages transcribed.
Sheila opens a granite box and removes a handful of thick, yellowed pages.
You know, people ask me all the time, Sheila, why do you look so young? What's your secret?
Oh, yeah, now we're going to find out how old she is, because if Sherman's 40, she ain't. How old was she when she had Sherman? That ain't old, but it's not young either. How old is she?
Well, this is it.
Huh?
Like so many before you, I lured you to my home. Now, your remaining years will be mine. Added to my life. Do you know when I married Sherman's father? 1920. 100 years ago. Time flies.
That's impossible. It's just impossible.
Don't believe me? I'll show you.
Sheila lifts her hands into the air. On the ceiling is a painted mural, depicting a twisted horde of nightmare things. She reaches toward them, worshipping them, coveting them.
I invoke the names Pocotho, Blicklotep, Tanoi, Caroxus.
Frank feels the energy in the room shift, like the atoms in the air are being charged, corrupted. The mural on the ceiling begins to change. Frank doesn't see it happen exactly. He perceives it with some unknown sense. 1,000 eyes open and roll in his direction. A creature with a goat's head screams with laughter. Sheila continues.
Nibble-a-nephum, Wigog-Yirath.
At the name, the room quakes. Shadowy tentacles slither to life on the mural above.
What's happening?
And now, the words.
Sheila flips through her manuscript, this collection of esoteric spells. She finds the page she's looking for and freezes.
What the fuck? Sherman! Get your little ass in here!
From the doorway, her son peeks inside.
Yes, Mother. What is this?
She holds up the pages. Scribbled on top of the text is a cartoonish drawing of smiling, fanciful critters.
Well, that's Rainbow Heart, and that's Soggy Tail. Do you have any idea what you've done? I needed those words, and you covered them with bad drawings of those fucking squirrels. Don't yell at me.
I heard banging, sorry.
Idiot! You stain on the family name! You've killed us all! You are never going to the toy store again! I'm going to burn every goddamn doll you have. It's not my fault you didn't memorize the words. It's a bunch of gibberish! No one could memorize those words. I did.
An evil grin comes to Sherman's lips.
What? Then I drew all over the pages. There's only one place the spell is now, and that's right up here.
Sherman advances on his mother. She steps back, realizing she said too much, realizing the drawing was a trap, a test of her love, a test she failed.
Sherman, dear. The stain on the family name? I always suspected that's what you really thought of me, and now I know. Calm down.
I was hearing banging, but I'm pretty sure it's in the music area, or someone going boom, boom to add suspense. I definitely was like, huh. But if there was actual banging here, Falcor would be going crazy. But he's laying down, being a good boy. Good boy, Falcor.
You never gave me the gift because you wanted power over me. You let me get old. I've outgrown you, Mother.
Sherman, don't.
You wouldn't give me the gift, so now I'm gonna take it. Happy birthday to me!
Sherman, please. I'm your mother.
Sherman raises his hands into the air and chants.
Hum-de-da-da-day, hum-de-ah.
Sherman, no.
Kalika-karakanya, ah-nibber-yana.
The nightmare creatures in the mural roar with delight. The room trembles. Electricity flies through the air. Sheila howls in pain as her flesh writhes and tears. Her hair turns white. Her eyes and tongue rot in their skull. Her stomach splits and her guts shoot out. They are decomposing, crawling with maggots. A bolt of lightning strikes the living, screaming corpse, and Sheila Young explodes into a cloud of dust.
Holy shit!
The Sheila dust swirls around Sherman. He sucks it in, gulps it down, then a burst of light and silence. Frank opens his eyes. A mist hangs in the air. A voice rings out. Small, high-pitched, young.
They say growing old is mandatory. Well, wait till they get a load of me.
Emerging from the ethereal smoke is a child, no older than 7. He has a mop of curly hair, rosy, freckled cheeks.
Whoa, didn't I say I would accept this character more if he was young? Like a lot younger, because he is young. He's Sherman Young, but their last name is Young. Guys. Sherman, Sheila, Young, Sherman, Sheila, Young.
Only his eyes tell his age. Frank knows those eyes.
Sherman?
Hi there, Daddy.
You're a boy. You're a little boy.
Huzzah! I'm a kid again. And if I start to get old, I'll just...
I also think this is hilarious that Jamie Lynn had to put a character voice on top of a character voice. Oops.
absorb someone else. I know the words. Remember that, Frank.
He climbs onto the altar and takes a seat beside Frank. He kicks his feet playfully.
I'm gonna make a deal with you, Frank. I'm gonna give you all the money you want. Toy Zone stays open every day. And in return, you're gonna take care of me. Or pick the crunchy pieces out of my cereal. Give me everything my little spoiled heart desires. That's right, Frank. You're gonna be my daddy. Forever and ever and ever.
No!
And ever.
Okay, I know y'all are really excited about this, but let's take an intermission because this mama needs some coffee. That was I didn't hate that. I liked it. It was just I wouldn't say mid, I would say just above mid. There was some cool lore in there too. It definitely got our brains itching, and I really honestly Jamie Lynn's acting in this can really like ups it. Oh, the unedited Ashley. Here you go. I definitely need coffee. That versus Tinky Toy Box, which is more horrifying. Huzzah! Okay, it's coffee time. Let's go get some coffee, y'all. Hey, Mr. DJ, how do you do? I had intermission with new coffee, ooh. What's going on? What did I miss? I'm catching up. What will I go crazy for? Oh, Astrid. Oh, yes. Guys, Nerdy Prudes Must Die. I'm so excited. Also, I realized the digital ticket is on Friday. I'm going to do my best to have just one big celebration day, digital ticket for Cinderella's Castle Day, and that's when I'll probably release my first Nerdy Prudes Must Die video. I do plan to go live tomorrow, so it might not be Friday, it might be Saturday. But hey, let's make it a weekend thing. I'll make it a weekend celebration. I think I caught up. Flashing lights, images. Ooh, just a warning in case no one said it yet. Content warning for flashing lights and images in this episode. Y'all are so sweet. Yes. Sage, hey, how do you do? So happy on my work meetings wrapped up before Killer Track. Kyler, what a great day. Yay. Do you have to already have bought the digital ticket? Interesting. Okay. Here we go. Everybody got their coffee. Everyone got some popcorn. Any gore? The gore wasn't too bad. I think I got a gore warning for that last one, and it wasn't. You can on Friday. It's going to be my birthday present to myself. When's your birthday, AJ? Happy early birthday. Hi, Fettuccine. I hope you had a great day of work. Welcome home. We just finished Daddy, and we're about to start Killer Track. Astrid, y'all are making me crack up today. Oh no, you're going to be on the boat, Asler. I'm not sure Cinderella's Castle is going to be for me. I'm a Hatchet-filled loon. Oh, okay. So not a Star Kid loon, but specifically Hatchet-filled. I love a good world, you know? Okay, I see. I got a foot-long cookie from Subway. I don't know why I started talking like this, but when you get stuck in something, you just gotta do it. This seems like a Jamie, I'm gonna blame Jamie Lynn. This seems like a Jamie Lynn voice. Oh. D of E. Killer Track is my favorite episode. With that in mind, let's get started. We're going to start now. We're gonna get an intro song, right? Give me an intro song. Bye, Bridget.
Guitar growls in overdrive. Amps wail with feedback. Electricity hums through the speakers of a grungy music.
Killer Track. Okay, it didn't track for me. And now I'm understanding. We're gonna die by music. Guys, I can't be afraid to listen to music. I listen to a lot of music. It's literally my job. It's literally my job. Phew, have fun editing a video for work.
Music venue in downtown Hatchetfield.
Next up at the Slaughtered Pig, Needy Beast!
Thrash, the band's frontman, screams into the microphone.
Hatchetfield, are you ready?
These kids are so funny.
A crowd of pierced and tattooed metalheads thunder back.
Well, fuck you!
Strobe lights flash, and Needy Beast plays their set. After the show, the band flops onto the green room's dirty old sofas. Thrash's girlfriend, Courtney, holds his arm.
Your set rocked.
It was shit! Come here.
He grabs her, and they suck each other's faces. In the doorway, a lanky figure takes a drag from a cigarette.
I'm afraid I have to agree with you.
He blows a stream of smoke in the band's direction.
Hey, dude, there's like no smoking back here.
Wait a minute. Agree with what?
You're sad. It was shit.
What? Fucking what?
Kick his ass, Thrash.
Thrash pries himself from the couch, getting right in the stranger's face.
Hey, what's the big deal? You said it yourself?
There's a difference, dude. We don't know you. And you're back here saying all this shit? Saying we're shit? You don't know me. I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, you're gonna kill me?
Yeah!
Then do it. Just do it.
I will. I don't care.
Then do it. Don't say shit you don't mean. You think I'm afraid to die? Do ya? I said your set was shit. Now do it.
After all his talk, Thrash backs down. He crumples onto the couch.
Shit, man. What's wrong with you? Come on, guys. Let's go to Denny's.
He heads for the door, and the rest of Needy Beast follows, save the lead guitarist, Rose.
She looks so cool.
She stands in the corner, eyeing the stranger, intrigued. Scud, the drummer, calls to her.
Rose, you coming?
She considers it and gives her band the finger.
Fine. Fuck you then. You're not getting any fries.
They stumble out, leaving Rose with the lanky stranger, Kale. His skinny jeans are ripped to shreds, his hair's a mess, he looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. Just Rose's type.
Hey.
Hey. What's your name?
Why do you care?
I don't.
Is this flirting?
Rose. Short for Rosary.
So, Rosary, you want to hear some real hardcore shit?
Later that night, Rose sits in the passenger seat of Kale's van. He's plugging a cord into his phone, hooking it up to the car's speakers. He pulls up an audio file.
It's called The Killer Track.
Yeah, isn't that off the False Lashes new EP?
The False Lashes, are you serious? No, nobody knows who wrote it. No one knows where it came from. All anybody knows is that you listen to it and a week later, you die.
So why would you want to listen to it? That sounds so dumb. Maybe it's because I know that threats mean what they mean in Hatchetfield. It's not just an empty threat. It's a big old fat, full threat, and you will die. Legends and lores are true in Hatchetfield.
Well, that explains why no one knows who wrote it. Seems like a shitty way to grow your fan base.
Is this a fucking joke to you? This song has killed before and it'll kill again. They say it gets in your head, haunts you, breaks you, and then it takes you.
For real?
That's what it said on Reddit.
What a stupid gimmick to get people to listen to your crappy single.
Hey! Look, if you're scared, get out of the car. Go listen to some weak-ass shit like the False Lashes.
I'm not scared.
Yeah? Prove it.
He holds up his phone, readies his thumb. Rose lets go of the car door handle.
Don't do it. But of course you're going to do it. But don't do it. But of course you're going to do it. I'm just readying myself. Here we go.
She leans back, and Kale presses play on the killer track.
And they did. They did.
A week later, an old station wagon pulls into the driveway of a cookie-cutter suburban home. Ding dong. The bell rings, and Rose's father, Russ, opens the door.
Hiya, Duke. Thanks for coming.
Social worker Douglas Keene, a.k.a. Duke, steps inside.
Of course. How's she doing?
I don't know, Duke. I don't know what to think anymore.
I know.
Rose's mother, Beth, chimes in.
It's those friends of hers. They're on.
I forget this isn't live. I'm like, oh, how did Jamie Lynn get all cleaned up so fast?
drugs, and they made her take the drugs too.
Duke does his best to tune out Beth and Russ as they lead him down the hall to Rose's room.
$12,000, Duke. That's how how much damage she did, all because she was rolling or popping or tripping or...
It's not drugs, Beth.
Well, I don't know. I've never done drugs in my life, Duke.
I know, Beth.
On the walls, Duke can see the years of family portraits. As Rose gets older, her makeup gets darker, and her hair changes from blue to green to orange. In her high school graduation photo, she wears a spiky collar and Doc Martens.
Her family is falling apart, Duke. You never should have bought her that goddamn guitar.
Well, you took her to get pierced.
Is she in here?
Duke knocks on the door. Inside, the blinds are closed. Rose sits curled on her bed, holding a pillow.
Is this the killer track? Shall we die? Are we gonna die? No, it's real life. It's real life.
Over her ears. Amidst piles of dirty clothes, the stereo lays broken on the floor. Duke closes the door on Russ and Beth, who continue to argue.
Wow. They're a pain in the ass.
He looks at the band posters covering the walls. He points to one he recognizes.
Hey, False Lashes. I'm a classic rock guy myself. Hey, Rose, I'm Duke. I work with families, help where I can. I heard about your incident at Guitar Zone. You smashed.
Notice that all of the stores are called what they are plus zone. So it's the zone of toys, the zone of guitars, music zone, toy zone, hospital zone. No, I don't know about that, but that would be hilarious if the hospital was called doctor zone, ER zone.
Smashed a few speakers, a drum set, a couple guitars. Just because Pete Townsend did it doesn't mean we all can. Your parents tell me that you've been isolating yourself. You're not sleeping, eating. You want to talk about what's going on?
No.
Well, you mind if I just hang out for a while then?
For real, Fettuccine, I just want a Kurt hug too.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. You'd scream me for drugs or throw me in a padded cell, and that's not how I want to spend my last night on Earth. And I don't need help or a hotline or anything. Because nothing can stop it.
Stop what?
The song. The killer track. Everything he said would happen, happened.
He's purple now. The lighting means something. The purple wasn't there a second ago. Now he's purple.
I started hearing it everywhere, on the radio, the TV, from the goddamn speakers at Guitar Zone. I just wanted to make it stop. But it won't. And it's been a week. And so at 11:30 tonight, I'm worm food. So there. The song's gonna kill me. Think I'm high?
No.
Just crazy then. See, I knew you wouldn't believe me. So if you wouldn't mind, Duke, fuck off.
A killer song. That is unbelievable. But I've been doing some digging. Now, look at this.
From his bag, Duke retrieves a folder. He opens it and spreads the contents on the desk by Rose's bed. Newspaper clippings, police reports, hospital records.
5 young adults, aged 18 to 24, all in perfectly good health. They died 16 days ago, at the exact same time. They were in different places, doing different things, when their hearts just stopped. A week prior, they had all attended a party where they claimed to have heard a song. A song that haunted them. And that's just one case. There are over 30 deaths here. And that's what I can find. Is it unbelievable? Yes. But this is Hatchetfield. Rose, sometimes
The Hatchetfield music that pops in when he said, but this is Hatchetfield.
unbelievable things happen here, and when they do, I call up a friend of mine. She's a specialist.
Miss Holloway.
And if you come with me, I believe she can help you.
Night falls. Duke's station wagon pulls into the parking lot of Miss Retro's Throwback Diner. The neon sign blazes hot pink. The place is packed with 80s memorabilia. Pop tunes ooze from a jukebox in the corner. The bell dings as the owner slides a plate of fries out from the...
Does anybody else want fries? We did a daddy count last time. I kind of want to do a fry count this time. I'm hungry. I just want some nice, crispy, thin fries that are really nice and hot and soft on the inside. Get that nice crunch. Okay. Just me?
kitchen.
Order up.
Miss Holloway spots Duke and Rose as they walk in. She smiles.
Hiya, Duke.
Hey, darling.
She pushes through the swinging saloon door to the back, wiping her hands on the apron of her electric blue uniform.
Let me guess. You're Rose. Love the makeup. Real spooky. I just got a close up. You want some pie?
Rose watches this chipper woman pull 2 pieces of pie from a rotating display. Her hair is huge, her earrings dangle.
Great. My life is in the hands of Barbie.
That ain't
Later,
Barbie.
Miss Holloway locks the door and dims the lights. She walks around the empty restaurant, lighting an array of ancient-looking candles.
So, Duke tells me you're a musician. I used to play music too. A long time ago.
What's with the candles?
I've got a plan. For it to work, we're gonna need the darkness and the flame and the smoke. Just think of it as aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy? You're right. That's all I needed. Why don't we just diffuse some essential oils? Like, you call yourself...
Shut up, stop wasting time, and see if it works. What do you have to lose? Just your life.
a specialist? I could get this shit at Bath and Body Works.
No, not this shit.
I knew this was a waste of time.
Rose, you're gonna have to trust Miss Holloway.
I don't have to do anything. I'm out of here.
Rose, relax and eat your pie.
Make me.
All right.
Suddenly, Rose loses control of her limbs. Miss Holloway raises a brow, and Rose's legs march back to the booth.
What?
She sits. Her arms lift on their own accord. They reach for the fork and knife placed in front of her.
What? Oh, shit!
Miss Holloway nods, and Rose shovels a fork full of pie into her mouth. She swallows.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if someone forced me to eat a piece of pie, unless it was a piece of pie I didn't like. There's worse things that she could do with her powers here.
Miss Holloway smiles.
What?
It's good, right?
And releases her.
How did you...
Listen, Rosary. I know you're the most hardcore, wounded soul that's ever shredded axe. But if you want to walk out of here alive, I'm gonna need some cooperation. Okay?
You just... Oh my god. You're like a witch.
Really? I thought I was Barbie.
The candles burn. A sweet mist fills the diner. Miss Holloway lays a series of artifacts on the table. A strange carving, a gold puzzle box, a glass with a spiderweb inside. Rose watches, enamored.
I got
super into Wicca my sophomore year. Tarot cards and shit. I have a crystal collection. Well, had. I sold it. Do you have crystals?
No.
Okay, noticing that tomorrow won't come, tomorrow won't come. Will tomorrow come today and turn the light on? Oh, that's an impossible song to stop in the middle of. I dare you to try it. Do you all see what I see?
Thrash said he sold his soul to Satan so our band could get rich and famous. You know, like the Stones did. Did you do that?
Do what?
Sell your soul to Satan.
No.
Thunk. Miss Holloway drops a book on the table. A black book. Its pages are thick and aged.
We found the book, y'all.
Rose's eyes light up as Miss Holloway opens the abominable tome.
Is that your spell book?
She reaches for it. Miss Holloway slaps her hand.
It's really cool that we're actually getting a visual of the book this time.
Rose watches the pages flip by. She sees depictions of rituals, tangled diagrams, a family tree of eldritch horrors. Miss Holloway finally settles on a page displaying the spell she needs. Beside it is the picture of an awful monster with horns and hooves and a
Are we going back in time? I love it when we go back in time.
head like a goat.
Now that's an album cover. It's fucking metal.
You don't want Chinoy Caraxis on your album. You don't want him anywhere near you. He's a bastard. But he has power. We need to siphon some of it, bend reality a little. Bend it, not break it, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Rose and Miss Holloway sit across from each other as Duke stands nearby. Miss Holloway taps the table, rhythmically, hypnotically.
Rose, close your eyes. Breathe in.
That tick, 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 tick. If she's... What? Okay. Tick, tick. Do you all see what I see? What I know? What I see? Okay, so the ticking rhythmically, if that starts powers, or maybe she hears it, maybe someone's going to mess with the time. At the end of Black Friday, maybe someone starts trying to save them. Maybe Miss Holloway tries to start saving them because she knows what's going to happen. That it's just the ticking, the spell and the way the spell happens just kind of makes my brain go a little bit. Yeah, I really like the drawing of Tinky. I see you, Fettuccine. Enjoy your food.
Breathe out. Now, I want you to...
Isn't it also funny how I had, at the very beginning of this, I don't know if everyone's caught it, but at the very beginning of this, I had us breathe in and breathe out because I felt like we just needed a calming moment. And when have I ever done that? And then all of a sudden she's doing it here. Moments like those blow my mind.
Think back to when you first heard the song, The Killer Track. Where were you?
In that guy's van. Parking lot of the slaughtered pig.
The van. I want you to reconstruct it in your mind's eye. What did it look like? What did it smell like? The clock on the dashboard. What did it say?
11:38.
Good. Now take my hand.
As she does, Rose no longer sits in the booth at Miss Retro's. She's back, in the passenger seat, Kale beside her, illuminated by the dashboard light. It's a week in the past, but she can hear Miss Holloway's voice echoing from the present.
Are Are you still in the car, Rose?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna push you out.
Then Rose isn't in the van. She's not even in her own body. She's nowhere.
Oh, in the black and white.
Instead, Miss Holloway sits beside Kale, but not her body. Her consciousness is inside Rose, seeing for her, hearing for her. Of course, Kale hasn't noticed the change. He continues.
Hey, if you're scared, get out of the car. Go listen to some weak-ass shit like the False Lashes.
I agree, Audie. I don't normally like that much reverb, but it worked for the point of the story, and it was actually really... She was smart to not rush her sentence. Push you out, and gave time. That way it wasn't all like overlapping.
In Rose's body, Miss Holloway crinkles her nose.
Ugh, what's that smell? Oh God, is that you?
What are you talking about? Smell. Hey, come on, don't give me shit after I took your ass to the bell.
By your seat, Miss Holloway.
I'm so hungry. I just ate, but I'm not hungry. I just crave things that I hear because I like food. So I want French fries, crispy, thin French fries with some beefy 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell. Not sponsored, but should be.
Holloway finds a bag of half-eaten Taco Bell. She lifts it and shakes her head.
Rose. We didn't hook up, did we?
No. You wanna?
She drops the bag and wipes her hand on Rose's shirt.
Look, I can't change things too much here. Can you just play this song so I can leave?
Fine. I'm not gonna give two shits when you die.
Kale's phone lights up. He readies his thumb and hits play on the killer track.
You can carry to your world.
Wah, 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 wah. Down, down, down in my sea of lonely. Mm, mm, mm. Do you feel that? Wah, wah. That's getting me down with the sickness vibes. And I love Jeff Blim's aspirating tonals here.
If you kill me, I will haunt you.
Is anyone surprised that I was raised on classic rock? Anyone? I feel like it doesn't match me, but that's the fun of it. If you kill me, I will haunt you. Wah.
Ride to hell and rip that shit through the killer track. Ride to hell and rip that shit with a killer track.
Do we have any metal fans here? Because I'm actually working on a vocal project right now. I have quite a few projects that I'm working on to go onto YouTube, just like some extras, sporadically working on them till I can have like a good video for each and every single one of them. They're my vocal student work on, but I'm working on one where I am training one of my students to sing hard metal. So is that something y'all are interested in? How to do it healthily? So, yeah, this is a fun song. I will say I'm a Christian, and so some of this does scare me, but I think going in with the mind of like, I don't accept that, but I appreciate the music for what it is. But you have to have it's a very fine line. Very fine line.
Rip that shit with a killer track.
freaking love Nightwish. Love Nightwish. Just had
As the song ends, Rose is
It does. One thing that I really love about metal music is that it really does scratch different areas of your brain. Have you ever seen, go look after this live and you're really interested in music and how it affects the brain, you can go see scientists and doctors have like plugged into our brain waves sometimes. We can do a brain scan while the person is actively listening to music or even actively singing music, and your brain lights up everywhere. It's the only way. It's very magical. It's another reason why I'm obsessed with music, and I want to get my master's in music therapy. How cool would that be? But anyway, isn't it so interesting? But whenever you listen to, it's really interesting how I can feel it scratching different parts of my brains when I listen to hard metal. Isn't that interesting?
ripped back from nowhere, back into the present, back into her body. Her eyes burst open. Again, she sits at the booth across from Miss Holloway.
Breathe, Rose. Just breathe.
What's happening?
You're in Miss Retro's, remember? Duke brought you here.
Rose looks around. She sees the candles burning, Duke nearby. Slowly, the situation returns to her.
Right. Because I was hearing this.
Okay, wait a second. The chorus. It's so opposite of the satanic right? That we just, if you kill me, I will haunt you. That's a really fun vocal line to sing, though. Y'all should try it. But it's now we're getting this this like everything's fine. Here's a chorus of angels to balance everything back out.
Slowly, the situation returns to her.
Right. Because I was hearing this song.
She stops, thinks. She tries to recall what the killer track even sounded like. She can't.
This song, why can't I remember it?
Because you never heard it.
Freaking Miss Holloway is bomb.com. I loves her. I want to be her.
If I never heard it, then why have I been freaking out for a week? Why did I break all that stuff at Guitar Zone? Why am I here?
Rose, stop. It's just a teeny tiny paradox. They happen all the time. The more you think about it, the less sense it's gonna make. You want another piece of pie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Miss Holloway heads to grab a plate from the kitchen. Rose sits up, calling after her.
So, that's it then? If I never heard the song, it's not hunting me. I'm safe?
Yes. You're safe.
I do also love System of a Down.
You did it. You broke the curse.
No. Not at all. I took the curse.
What?
Miss Holloway slides the pie in front of Rose. She closes the...
Damn it. I was wondering. Nobody die for me. Like, I will... I feel like, and this is not a humble brag, this is just how I am. I'm selfless to a fault. It's really hard to ask people for help, not because I feel like incompetent in asking for help, but more so that I would feel guilty putting someone out. I'm just that type of person. And so knowing that someone dies or takes my curse, I'd be like, no, let me take it, because I would feel so guilty even in death. I really believe that.
black book and starts blowing out candles.
I messed with time a little bit. I put myself into your body when the song was played, which means...
So does it mean a week from now? So it would be a week from now.
I heard it. Not you. Cool, right?
Duke rises, a look of concern washing over him.
Wait, if you heard the killer track, then that would mean...
Yes, Duke. At 11:38, it's coming to kill me.
But Miss Holloway's thebomb.com. We saw her in fights. She got this, y'all. What are y'all so scared of?
Later, Rose helps Miss Holloway carry an old TV into the back office for safekeeping.
Okay, when the song attacks, I'm gonna hear it coming from anything with a speaker, right?
Yeah, and it's gonna be loud. Like front row at Slayer loud. Like ear-splittingly
loud. I get it.
You don't. You do anything to make it stop. Break anything. Instruments, electronics, your phone. You're gonna wanna lock that up too. Smash mine.
Right, I totally forgot about my phone.
Miss Holloway pulls a corded telephone off the wall and hands it to Rose.
Jesus, lady. I thought my 7 Plus was old.
As Rose packs away the TV and the telephone, Miss Holloway unplugs a vintage arcade.
Gotcha, unicorn clutter. It's already been a week since she's heard it because of Paradox. I didn't know if it meant, time's weird.
Cabinet and jams a dolly under it. She's about to wheel it into the office when Duke waves her down.
Miss Holloway, can we have a chat?
Sure. I just want to make sure everything's safely locked away. After Rose's incident at Guitar Zone, I don't want to lose control and cause $12,000 of damage to this place.
You didn't tell me the whole plan. That you were gonna take the curse onto yourself?
Because if I did, you wouldn't have brought her here, would you?
This song, whatever it is, it has killed over 30 people. That we know of.
Exactly. That's why I have to stop it.
Stop it? We don't know what it is.
I will know when it comes for me.
When it comes for you. What if you can't stop it? What if it's a ghost or something?
If it's a ghost, I'll trap it in this jar. That's easy. I'm not worried about that.
And what if it's one of those monsters from your book?
I have a feeling it will be one of the monsters from the book.
Duke, I'm not gonna lie to you. There are things out there that are above my pay grade. But if something happens to me, I want you to read this.
We have to know what that says, so something is going to happen to her. But I feel like it's probably a spell that can turn back time and save her.
From her apron, she hands him a sealed envelope with...
Oh, I really feel like we're about to watch her die, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I don't have time to stop, so we got to keep going.
a note inside.
Don't read it now. Only if something happens.
Something like what?
You'll know. Now, if you really want to help me, you'll take those blankets and wrap up the jukebox. It was expensive, and if I break it, I'll be very upset.
After they've locked everything away, Duke...
Ooh, are we going to see lots of power from her as she goes crazy?
Duke, Rose, and Miss Holloway sit, waiting for the killer track to make its
If I was teenage Rose, I'd probably want to run away.
move. The hot pink glow from the neon sign outside streams through the darkened diner. Pitter-pat, pitter-pat. Raindrops gently beat the windows. Duke's knee bounces nervously. He checks his watch. 11:35.
Anything yet?
Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I was reading Say Niam's. I think I said that right. Sealed. She had that already ready in advance, huh? Probably. Yeah. I have a feeling it's a spell to bring her back or something or help her out.
No, not yet.
Okay, well, we got 3 minutes, so.
I know.
So how's this gonna work? Is the song gonna come right on the dot? Before? After? What's the ETA?
Duke, clearly none of us know. All the people who do know
are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know this thing's sadistic. When it comes, it won't be what you expect.
They sit. Silence. Duke checks his watch again. He looks around.
Well, we locked up anything, that can make music. At least you don't have to worry about smashing something that you care about.
As Duke speaks, his voice is replaced by the hellishly loud opening riff of the killer track. Miss Holloway drops to her knees as the song blares. She grabs her ears, desperately trying to block out the noise. Duke rushes to her side.
Miss Holloway!
Oh God, make it stop!
But while the killer track thunders and thumps in Miss Holloway's head, Duke and Rose can't hear it at all.
I don't hear anything! What do we do? What do we do?
Why are you asking me?
Miss Holloway flails, the song slamming her eardrums, pounding them, destroying them. It's agonizing, maddening. She looks up at Duke through tears and bloodshot eyes. She realizes where the sound is coming from. They locked up and muffled everything electronic with a speaker, but they didn't get rid of everything that can make music. The killer track echoes from Duke and Rose, from their voice boxes. Miss Holloway waves her arms.
Get away! Get away from me!
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Idiot.
Shut up!
Smack! Miss Holloway hits Duke. He slams into the booth filled with artifacts. They scatter. He looks back as she yanks a stool from under the bar.
Miss Holloway?
Run!
What are you doing, darling?
Pained
Run.
and crazed, she drags the metal seat across the floor, toward Duke. Rose's eyes go wide when she realizes...
Oh my God, it's us! She hears the song coming from us!
Miss Holloway lifts the stool above her head. With tears in her eyes, she takes aim at Duke's throat, the source of her torment. The need for reprieve grows too strong to fight.
I'm sorry! I have to make it stop!
Miss Holloway prepares to strike. Duke's eyes dart to Rose.
She wouldn't.
You don't get it, dude. She absolutely would!
Duke winces, bracing himself. Miss Holloway struggles. With every ounce of her willpower, Miss Holloway flings the heavy metal stool away from Duke. Smack!
I'm so stressed out.
It crashes into the jukebox, busting through the padding. It explodes in a spray of electric sparks. The killer track booms in Miss Holloway's mind. Her head's about to split. She plugs her ears, squeezes her eyes shut. Then the song goes in for the kill. It fills Miss Holloway, takes hold of her heart. She can see it, touch it. The noise stops.
The effects on this are insane.
A moment of clarity.
I understand.
Then, Miss Holloway's eyes go blank. She falls to the floor. Dead. Rose breathes heavily. Duke crawls to his feet. He runs to her, holds her,
Miss Holloway?
feels her go cold.
Miss Holloway? Oh, come on.
The next hour is a blur. The ambulance comes. The ambulance goes. Miss Holloway's body goes with it. The clouds clear, and the moon hangs high in the summer night. The old station wagon...
How long do you think it's going to take Duke to remember to open up that envelope?
parks outside Rose's house. Duke and Rose sit in silence for a moment.
Well, here we are. Tell your parents I said hi.
Rose reaches for the door handle, then stops herself. She breathes, searching for the words.
Duke, I'm so sorry.
See, that's what I'm saying. Even if someone dies for me and I stay alive, I would feel so guilty. Like this chick's destroyed by what had happened.
This is my fault. I'm the one who followed that guy into his gross van. I listened to that stupid song.
You didn't get to eat French fries.
I should be dead, not her.
Rose, don't even think that. You didn't know Miss Holloway like I did. You dying tonight was never an option for her. This is what she lived for. To help people.
This is the wholesome episode that we've been waiting for. Not Daddy. Killer track, though. This is a good one. I really like it.
Yeah. And a horde shit from the 80s.
She had a thing for the decade.
You were in love with her, weren't you?
No, who wasn't?
Duke gets home after dropping Rose off. He tosses his keys into a bowl by the door. He wanders
Read the note
to the fridge, pours some milk for the cat. He falls into an armchair in the study, leans back, exhales. The feelings come in waves. Sadness, anger, denial. He pulls off his jacket.
All of them all at once, huh?
And something falls from the breast pocket. The sealed envelope Miss Holloway gave him. He turns it over in his hands. He opens it and takes out the note. It reads,
Well, guess I'm dead. It's okay. Relax. Have some pie and wait about 2 hours. Whatever you do, don't call an ambulance. And do not, under any circumstance, send me to the morgue.
Duke cocks his head.
What? What?
You better run.
20 minutes later, 2 nurses walk out of the morgue in St. Damian's Hospital. They shake their heads and make for the elevator.
What a shame. Damn shame.
I loved Miss Retros. I went in there every Sunday.
I was in love with her.
Yeah, you and everybody.
I love that this is a gag. I love it because I love that Starkid let us fall in love with her first, and then everyone's saying, yeah, we're in love with her too. Don't worry. We get it.
Ding. They step onto the elevator, and the door is closed behind them. When they're gone, Duke emerges from his hiding spot in a darkened hallway. He checks to make sure no one's around, and slips into the morgue. Miss Holloway...
I just realized my hair. I'm sorry.
Holloway's body lies on a metal slab beneath a white sheet. Duke's...
She gonna be pissed when she finds out you didn't read that note immediately. Somebody's grounded.
Swallows, reaches for the covering, and folds it down. Miss Holloway is still and pale and lifeless. Duke starts questioning himself.
What am I doing here? I must be out of my mind.
He's about to pull the sheet back over Miss Holloway's face when her eyes burst open. Miss Holloway bolts up, gasping for air. Duke falls backwards. Clang. He knocks over a tray of operating tools. Color returns to Miss Holloway's cheeks and her blood starts pumping. She catches her breath and looks around.
Duke, what did my note say?
I told you were in trouble.
You died.
Yeah, and now the whole town knows that. This is great, just great. Could my instructions have been any clearer?
Miss Holloway hops off the table. She grabs a lab coat and pulls it on. How? Duke stares in disbelief as Miss Holloway plucks a hair from her head. She lays it onto the metal slab and rubs her hands together. She holds them over the white sheet and closes her eyes. Neon lights flash as the hair inflates beneath the covering. Soon, an identical copy of Miss Holloway's body lies on the table.
But does that mean she has to change her current appearance? I mean, she got to change her whole life now.
There. That should last long enough for them to bury it. Let's get out of here.
Duke's eyes lock on the lifeless decoy as the real Miss Holloway grabs his arm and pulls him from the morgue. Back at Miss Retro's throwback diner, the place is in shambles. In the pre-dawn light, Miss Holloway looks down at the pieces of her shattered jukebox.
Look what it made me do. It just had to be the jukebox. Now it's personal.
She starts for the kitchen, turning back to Duke.
I'm gonna make some eggs. You want anything?
Yes, I do want something.
Okay.
Answers.
No, not hotcakes.
I want answers and French fries.
I want the truth. I want to know what the hell happened tonight. I saw you die. I saw EMTs cart you off in a body bag, and
Which you're still in trouble for.
now, here you are.
Duke, you've seen me do magic before.
I've seen you hypnotize people before. I've seen you help kids with nightmares. This is different.
All right, I get it. All the other stuff could have had a rational explanation, but now you've seen something that's truly undeniable.
Hell yeah, I did.
And it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Took me a while to get used to it, too.
There's no getting used to this. Now, Miss Holloway, I have followed you into some zany scenarios. I've kept an open mind, and now I want answers.
Told you he wants some answers and French fries.
I think I'm owed that.
Absolutely.
I want to know who you are.
Who are you?
I want to know where you got this black book. I want to know how you can do the things that you do.
Okay. It's a long story.
I'm all ears.
Where do I begin? I guess it all started when I first came to Hatchetfield back in... And that's the whole story.
What the? Why does he get answers but we don't?
What?
That's all of it. Who I am, where I came from.
You didn't say a damn thing.
Really? Look at your watch.
He does. 10:30. Wasn't it just 6?
Know it.
Look at that empty plate.
On the counter in front of him is a syrupy dish that once held hotcakes.
He doesn't even remember.
Look outside the window.
The midday sun is high in the sky. That's not right. Duke knows that 2 seconds ago it wasn't even dawn. He turns to Miss Holloway, bewildered.
We've been talking for hours, Duke. You just don't remember.
Huh?
You can't. You think this is the first time you've asked me about myself? I don't know how many times I've told you. You never remember, and you never will. And it's not just you. It happens to everyone. Anytime I share a part of my past, it just disappears.
Interesting.
That time, those memories, they're plucked right from your life, like they never happened. Because that was the deal.
What deal?
The one I told you about an hour ago. There's no point in explaining, you just won't remember. You have to realize how frustrating this is for me.
She takes his plate and heads to toss it in the sink.
No, Miss Holloway, this is impossible.
Agreed. Moving on. I figured out what the song is.
What song?
The killer track. Keep up, Duke. When it killed me, we made contact. I touched it. For a brief instant, I understood it. It's not a curse or a ghost. It's alive. A being of sound and energy. And like any predator, it wants to hunt. It wants to be heard by as many people as possible. I know where it's headed next. Think, Duke. Where in the very near future is there going to be a large gathering?
The Honey Festival.
A street fair with food and music.
Oh my god. The Honey Festival.
Days later, the night of the Hatchetfield Honey
I wonder if we can call
Festival.
I wonder if we can call this song the Honey Badger, because Honey Badger don't give a shit. Honey Badger go to the Honey Festival and kill everybody with its honey music. Sweet honey music. Sweet honey deaths.
Arrives. Nearly everyone in town has made their way to Main Street for the festivities. They weave in and out of shops and restaurants, through vendor booths and food carts. From inside the audio control tent, Mayor Solomon Lauder speaks into a microphone. His voice booms through the various loudspeakers lining the fair's perimeter.
Good evening, Hatchetfield. This is Mayor Solomon Lauder, wishing you a very happy Honey Festival. This year's celebration is bigger and better than ever. We have games, music, and after a flood of complaints, paddle boats are back by popular demand. I hope you all remember this night for the rest of your lives. And I trust you'll remember the man who gave it to you in the voting booth this November.
An assistant hands him a bottle of water.
Wonderful speech, sir.
Ass-licking and groveling. That's all it was. I can't believe I have to waste my breath on these insects.
Your mic is
The
still
audio
on.
guy chimes in.
Did you want me to cut the mic?
Guys, that's one of my worst nightmares. Well, not here, because I mess with my mic muted before a lot, but I often whenever help run sound and do hosting when we do musicals and stuff, I'm like, and now we'll have a 15-minute intermission. Don't forget to get your popcorn at the concession stands. Literally me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our performance. Now enjoy the show. Literally me. And I'm so afraid of talking about we talk about things. I'm so afraid that I end up talking about something and then I will forget to turn my house mic off.
At a booth in the pop-up farmer's market, Haley approaches a kindly old honey seller.
Hi, my friend's got to sing in the Honey Queen pageant, and she lost her voice.
Oh,
Whoa. Whoa.
well, I've got just the thing to soothe her sore throat.
No. I'm looking for something to make it worse. I want to ruin her. Make her feel like a worm.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Thanks. And is there a porta-john nearby? I don't know what's wrong with me.
At the beer tent, a woman pays for her drink as Ted Spankowski leans on the bar beside her.
You know, they call it the Honey Festival, but I call it the Cunny Festival. You know why?
Gross, Ted.
She walks off, disgusted. Ted calls after her.
Hey, you don't have to be so rude. At this rate, I'll never get married.
Yeah, you will.
From across the bar, Sheila Young purrs.
Never say never, handsome.
This part really is chef's kiss.
Elsewhere, art school student Deb passes her phone and earbuds to her girlfriend who's home from New York for the summer.
You gotta check out this song, Alice. It's killer.
Nearby,
No! I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you. I don't know why I'm so close to the mic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Duke overhears this and pushes through the crowd.
Hey, stop right there. Nope, do not play that.
He rips Deb's phone from Alice's hand.
What's your problem, man? Another false lashes hater. Come on, dude, they're not that bad.
Duke looks at the phone, embarrassed. Deb was just showing Alice some crappy band's latest single. No killer track here. Miss Holloway appears, takes the phone from Duke, and hands it back to Deb.
Sorry, girls. He's a classic rock guy. As you were.
They head off.
Sorry. She said killer, so I thought it might be.
Duke, I told you the track's done playing small venues. It wants a bigger stage.
At the end of the block, she spots the concert platform, where various musical acts have been and will be performing throughout the night. She has a notion and starts squeezing through the crowd. She calls to Duke.
Let's split up.
She points to the loudspeakers lining the street.
Find whatever those are hooked up to.
Duke nods and heads off in search of the audio tent as Miss Holloway makes her way toward the stage. Behind the stage, a technician calls out to a band who nervously await their turn to perform.
All right, Needy Beast, you guys are on in 5.
Thrash's knees go weak.
You think they had their french fries?
He crumbles into a folding chair.
Shit, man! I feel like I'm gonna shit!
His girlfriend, Courtney, runs a hand through his slimy hair.
Chill, babe. You're gonna slay.
If I blow this gig, the band's done. I mean it. Done!
That's not gonna happen, Thrash. You sold your soul to the devil. It worked for the Stones.
I got a confession to make.
You did it?
I was scared!
As Thrash panics, Rose tunes her guitar nearby. Scud, the drummer, sees something and nudges her leg.
Hey, Rose. Isn't that the guy from the slaughtered pig?
What?
Scud points, and sure enough, there's Kale.
But how is he alive?
Hurriedly sneaking around the back of the vendor's booths.
He played you that song you were freaking out about, and he's fine. See? Told you it was bullshit.
Yeah. He's looking spry. For someone who should be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Rose sets down her guitar and heads off to follow Kale.
Where you going? We're on in 5.
Thrash sees Rose leaving and cries.
Oh, shit!
Moments later, Kale stands in the audio control tent, messing with the soundboard. The audio guy lies unconscious in the corner, his head bloody from where Kale hit him. In the entryway, Rose appears.
Hey! Why are you still alive?
Kale glances back.
I can ask the same of you, Rosary.
He goes back to his work, hooking a cable into his phone, connecting it to the festival's sound system.
You listened to the song the same time I did. What? Don't tell me you've got a witch too?
How stupid are you? If the song killed everyone that listened to it, how would it spread? It needs a carrier. That's why it picked me. It wants to be heard.
His phone lights up. The killer track selected on his music app. He readies his thumb. Rose's eyes go wide.
You're gonna play it. You're gonna kill thousands of people.
I don't
Asswipe.
have a choice. I don't even think that I'm human anymore. I don't know what I am.
I know what you are. Okay, you're scared. I know I was. I think you want to stop.
I can't. Could you stop me?
What?
Stop me. Rose! Stop me. Please!
He hits play. Rose runs for the phone.
No!
Thunk! Kale punches her. She hits the ground. Blood trickles from her nose. Rose struggles to stand, reaching for the phone on the soundboard. Kale grabs her arm and twists it behind her back. He holds her at bay, stopping her from intervening. Outside, the opening riff of the killer track blares on the loudspeakers. The festival...
I wonder if the attendees have to listen to the whole thing for it to be effective.
Attendees cover their ears at the hellish noise.
Ugh, what is that?
In the crowd, Duke hears the song and freezes.
Oh no.
On the stage at the end of the street, Miss Holloway furrows her brow.
Damn it.
Her mind races. She looks around frantically, trying to come up with a plan. She spots Rose's guitar and gets an idea. She runs over, grabs the instrument, and pulls the strap over her shoulder.
I hope this works. Hope I'm not too rusty.
The rest of Needy Beast stands nearby. Miss Holloway calls to them.
Hey!
You guys any good?
Go! We're loud!
Even better!
Miss Holloway rushes the stage and Needy Beast follows. From behind the drum set,
Let's
Scud
go.
yells.
What are we playing, though?
Don't worry about it. It's one of mine.
Miss Holloway slams down on the guitar strings, strumming out a chord that booms from the concert speakers, cutting through the killer track, mingling with it. Neon lights flood the stage, hot pink and electric blue. Without thinking, Needy Beast begins to play. Miss Holloway's magic flows through them, and they just know what to do. As notes drift from the keyboard, there's
Got a nice 80s rock ballad happening here.
the song begins to drown out the killer track. The crowd still hears it, but for some reason, Miss Holloway's voice is the one that captures them. Everything else seems to fade away as she starts to sing.
Lost in the dark, away from home. Not even your heart can throw you a rope. When no one is helping you, there's someone just to run away with me. A light of hearts on gold. Just to run away with me, you won't feel so alone. I'll carry the torch for us both. Even a hero needs some hope. There's someone deep inside. Someone needs someone. Just run away with me, a light of hearts unknown. Just run away with me, you won't feel so alone. Even though the rain keeps falling, follow my lead, we'll keep running home, back home. Even when you're feeling nothing, I can make your heart keep beating on and on. Just run away with me and light to parts unknown. Just run away with me, you won't feel so alone. Just run away with me, the light of hearts unknown. Just run away with me, you won't feel so alone. Just run away with me, the light of hearts unknown. Just run away with me, you won't feel so
The final chord of Miss Holloway's song rings out over the crowd.
So beautiful.
They're about to cheer when they stop, confused. The memory of the song is suddenly gone. The time they spent hearing it is taken from them. This piece of Miss Holloway's past is plucked from their lives. Like it never happened. That was the deal, after all. The price Miss Holloway paid. Along with Miss Holloway's song, so too goes the one it mingled with. The
She's the
experience of
bomb.
listening to the killer track is taken from the crowd as well. That time has vanished. They never heard it. They look around, bewildered, wondering what just happened. With the killer track nullified and the festival goers safe, Miss Holloway smiles. She turns to the band.
That was radical, guys. I mean it, bitchin'.
What was?
I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Back in the audio control tent, Kale stands over Rose. He blinks, stupidly.
Wait, didn't I?
But he's also lost the past few minutes. He doesn't remember playing the killer track.
No, I gotta play the song.
He starts for the soundboard, when Duke grabs him from behind. He pulls the lanky goon from atop of Rose and punches him square in the jaw. Slamming
Y'all are
onto
so
the
funny.
table, his phone falls, dangling from the cord that connects it to the festival's sound system. He reaches for it. Rose points.
Duke, he's gonna play it.
Before Kale can play the song again, Duke yanks the phone from the cord. He slams it on the table. The screen cracks.
No!
Duke slams the phone again and again. Crunch, crunch. As it breaks, so does Kale.
So does
this
Kale?
shell of a man, taken and hollowed out by the killer track. The phone screen shatters, and Kale's body cracks to pieces. Sound spills from the fissures. Kale explodes in a flash of electricity. A shower of sparks, and he's gone. Rose watches, eyes wide.
Whoa. Fucking metal.
Later, a paddle boat floats lazily in the lake around Hatchetfield. Fireworks light up the night sky. Duke and Miss Holloway watch them, gently swaying.
The Honey Festival really is a magical time.
Yeah.
Well, I meant it in a bad way. It's when dark forces can walk upon the earth. But the celebration's so nice, it almost makes you forget about all that.
Well, gotta say, it feels good to be the hero. For once.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah. You're usually the one that saves the day, but this time it was all Duke. The guy was about to play the song and got him with the old right hook. I don't usually condone violence, but there comes a time in every man's life.
No, it sounds very manly.
Oh, it was. You should have been there.
Yeah. What was I doing?
So how are you going to explain your miraculous recovery anyway? You were declared dead.
I don't think we will explain it. Miss Holloway had a good run. But maybe it's time to move on to the next persona. They're only good for about 15 years anyway. Then people start to notice.
Okay, so you pick a new name, change your hair.
I'm not touching my hair.
That's my
Been like
girl.
this since the 80s.
Not gonna fool anybody. People aren't gonna forget what you look like.
Actually, they will. And so will you.
What?
You'll remember Miss Holloway. You'll remember she died that night in the diner. You won't remember how exactly. Then you'll forget she had powers. You forget the book. Soon you'll just remember she was your friend.
No, that's not fair. You can't make me forget you. I couldn't forget you. Even if I tried, God, you know how I feel about you.
Duke, relax.
No.
I'm trying to say goodbye.
No.
Can I?
No.
Miss Holloway leans closer. He closes his eyes. She kisses him. He opens his eyes, and she's gone. Suddenly, he can't remember why he's out here.
No!
On a paddle boat in the lake. Then a tiny boom in the sky. Oh yeah. He was watching the fireworks. Months pass. The old station wagon pulls into the parking lot of Hatchetfield High. Duke gets out, a case file in his hand. He heads for the front door when he's stopped by the sound of an engine roaring. He turns to see a 1987 Pontiac Firebird pulling into a nearby spot. A familiar woman emerges with big hair and a baggy jean jacket. Duke's not sure why, but he finds himself drawn to her.
That's some ride.
The woman checks her makeup in the side mirror.
Yeah, she's a classic. Some things never go out of style. So, you dropping off your kid?
Oh, no. I work with kids, families, mostly. One of the girls I help had an accident in shop class, and I think this school should cover the medical bills.
Yeah, take them for everything they're worth. Don't tell him I said that.
Flash, bang, Jane. Oh my gosh, was it fireworks? Don't do that to me.
I'm new here.
Teacher?
Guidance counselor. Miss Holiday.
Doug. Keen. Huh. Miss Holliday? That's very similar to a woman I used to know. She died.
Oh, that's too bad.
She grabs her bag and heads for the entrance.
Well, you can't dwell on the past.
Really? Is that a tape deck in there, Miss Retro?
What can I say? I love the 80s. Bye, Duke.
She winks and heads inside.
Yes.
Let's go! You, no need to run away, you little runaway, cause the nightmare will get you soon. No need to contemplate how deeply that you're afraid, cause your life is a waning moon. It's a matter of time.
So cool.
Tick-tack, 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 baby. It's all by design, all by design. Tick-tack, tick-tack. You can run, but are you fast enough? You can hide, but I will find you. Close your eyes if you doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you. Drill out tears that you will leave me. Will lead me straight to those who walk near me. You can run if I don't catch you. Lead me straight to those who walk near me. You can.
The AI is, oh my gosh, the AI is Joey Richter.
You will leave me. Will lead me straight to those who walk near me. You can run if I don't catch you. But the nightmare time is gonna get you. Tick-tack, 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 baby. Tick-tack, 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 baby. Take every precaution, babe. Get out the caution tape, cause the timer is ticking down. You even understand the danger that you are in. You're standing on shaky ground. It's a victimless crime, a victimless crime. I'm in your head and you know it. Nothing that you do about it. It's all by design. It's all by design. Becky Barnes,
Come down from that tree.
But I don't want to.
okay then. You can run, but are you fast enough? You can hide, but I will find you. Close your eyes if you doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you. The trail of tears that you will leave me. Will lead me straight to those who walk near me. You can run if I don't catch you. But nightmare time already caught you. Just run away if you want, if you dare. Tick-tack, tick-tack, baby. Just run away if you want, if you dare. Tick-tack, tick-tack, baby. Just run away if you want, if you dare. Daddy's gonna get me. You can run if I don't catch you. But nightmare time already caught you.
It's over now.
Yay, guys. Oh, don't start yet. Okay, I will try to catch you guys tomorrow. I have to run to go get my my child from school because it is that time. We're in it on a perfect time. I had so much fun with you guys today, though. If you guys have stuff to you guys want to, oh, I gotta stop sharing. I say stop sharing. I am going to jam out to what was it called? Kim Whalen's rock song, and I'm going. Oh, I love the remix of "Nightmare Time Is Gonna Get You." I'm gonna go learn it for you guys. Maybe I'll sing it for you guys later. So cool. Okay, so I'm anticipating tomorrow Yellow Jacket. I need to get with the student and see if I can move a student, and then if I can, then I will see you guys tomorrow. If not, then tomorrow's episode will probably be next week, so I can focus on Nerdy Prudes Must Die and get that out this weekend. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I hope you had fun, and I'll sing with you soon. Bye.